Congratulations. God says, your red alert has arrived. Your bank account is about to increase. You will receive 970 million. If you skip this, you will cry a lot. So listen to me now before it's too late. This is not a casual message. This is not something to brush aside and continue scrolling like it doesn't concern you. What is coming into your life right now is an urgent spiritual shift that heaven has scheduled for you. When God says your red alert has arrived, He is not speaking about danger, but divine disruption. This is the moment your life turns around. This is the turning point that you have been waiting for in silence, in tears, in quiet prayers when no one else could see what you were going through. Your red alert means heaven has already dispatched what you were praying for. It means the wait is over. It means the release has been signed, sealed, and is now being delivered into your life. Do not miss this moment by closing your heart or being distracted by doubt. This is a prophetic confirmation, a divine notice from the throne of God. The breakthrough is no longer on the way, it is here. It is now. And it is about to shake everything around you. Comment Amen. If you receive this word in your spirit right now, there is a divine reason why this message has found you today. You did not come across it by chance. God is speaking directly into your situation, into your pain, into your waiting season, and He is saying, your red alert has arrived. For so long, it felt like the doors were locked, the heavens were silent, and you were forgotten. But the Spirit of the Lord is declaring over your life right now, nothing has been forgotten. Every seed you planted, every tear you cried, every moment you chose faith over fear has been remembered in heaven. Heaven never moves randomly. God doesn't forget what He promised. When He says your bank account is about to increase, He is not simply referring to money, He is referring to divine provision in every form. Financial blessing is only a part of what He is doing. God is releasing favor, resources, opportunities, and miracles that money could never buy. The 970 million may seem like a number, but it is a prophetic symbol of abundance, overflow, and supernatural reversal. God is showing you what is coming by giving you a glimpse of the magnitude of what He has prepared for you. If your spirit has been dry, this is your rain. If your table has been empty, this is your feast. If your soul has been tired, this is your renewal. If you feel like nothing has been working, this is your divine shift. God is not limited by time, by people, by your past, or by your present condition. His ability to bless you is not tied to your qualifications or your current income. It is tied to His nature. And God is a provider, a restorer, a miracle worker. He opens doors that man cannot shut, and He releases blessings that exceed understanding. If this word is stirring something in you, I want you to like this video. It is not just about support, it is a step of faith, a declaration in agreement with what God is doing. The reason this moment is so serious is because many people miss the shift by treating it like a suggestion. This is not a suggestion. This is not a vague idea. This is the Spirit of the living God placing your name on the blessing that is about to drop into your hands. The red alert is the final signal before manifestation. It means it is already in motion. It means that the chains have already been broken. The approval has already been signed. The funds have already been released. All that's left is for you to be ready to receive it. You will not just survive. You will thrive. You will not just make ends meet. You will walk in abundance. This is not just an upgrade. This is a divine wealth transfer. Not because you asked for it perfectly, but because God sees you as His own. Because He delights in blessing His children. Because He wants to show the world what His favor looks like when it rests on a surrendered life. This is not about being greedy. This is not about chasing wealth for pride or status. This is about purpose, about assignment, about restoration. God is restoring what was taken. God is repaying what was lost. God is honoring the years that felt wasted, the days that felt too hard, the nights that felt endless. There is a specific anointing on your life that required this level of testing. What you endured was not punishment, it was preparation. The silence was not abandonment, it was training. You were being strengthened for what is now being released. And that is why the alert has sounded. That is why the red alert has been issued from heaven over your name. Comment 1111 if you believe God has already begun to move on your behalf right now. You are chosen for this. You are marked for this. This is not a coincidence. It's your confirmation. The enemy has tried everything to distract you before this moment. He's tried to discourage you, delay you, break you, convince you it would never happen. But you held on. And because you held on, God is stepping in. Because you refuse to give up, heaven is releasing what belongs to you. You have been praying for an answer, and God has answered with this. Not just words, but a spiritual transaction. Something is shifting in the atmosphere even now. Angels have been assigned to bring what was held back. What took others 10 years will happen for you in 1. Because your name is on it. Because God is not a man that he should lie. Because his word cannot return void. It will do exactly what he sent it to do. Could this 7-second CIA brainwave trick be your fastest path to luxury? Leaked research reveals a simple ritual helping people attract wealth effortlessly. Proven by 4 neuroscience labs, debt is dissolving and abundance is showing up fast. If you're seeing this now, you are God's chosen one. Click the link in the comments before it disappears. This is why you need to stay until the very end of this message. This is not about information, this is about transformation. There are layers to this word that will unfold as you listen, and every part will unlock something deeper in your spirit. There is healing here. There is clarity here. There is divine instruction here. Heaven has not forgotten you. Your Father sees everything, and he is not blind to your struggle. He is the God who provides, who restores, who multiplies. He is Jehovah Jireh. He is your shelter, your strong tower, your source. He is not watching you drown. He is lifting you now. He is covering you now. And what is coming is greater than what was lost. This red alert is not a warning of loss. It is a signal of release. It is heaven's way of shouting to your spirit, get ready. Open your hands. Expect the miracle. Make room for the blessing. You are about to receive in public what you cried for in private. You are about to see the kind of overflow that silences every doubt and every voice that said it would never happen for you. It is a supernatural reversal that is going to wipe away years of pain, disappointment, and silent suffering. When God says, your red alert has arrived, he is not just announcing a blessing, he is declaring a rescue, a divine appointment, a moment sealed in heaven to pull you out of the cycle that tried to bury your faith. This is the fulfillment of what you've prayed for, when nobody else knew what was really going on in your heart. You have been walking through fire, through loss, through confusion, through quiet grief, but God has been walking right beside you, and now the appointed time has come. This is the moment when the battle breaks and the reward begins. This is where everything starts making sense. God is proving that your pain had purpose and your waiting was not wasted. Your bank account increasing is only the surface. It is the sign that confirms what is happening in the spirit. God is opening up resources that will flow into every area of your life. Resources to fund your purpose. resources to restore your family, resources to release others from bondage through your testimony. This increase is not for vanity, it is for victory. It is not for show, it is for service. You are about to become the evidence of what God can do when someone refuses to give up in the dark. The number 970 million carries a prophetic weight. It may seem too high for your current reality, but that is the point. God does not bless according to what makes sense. He blesses according to His riches, not yours. According to His timing, not yours. According to His promises, not your past. When God speaks a number this big, He is showing you how small your limits are compared to His power. He is stretching your faith, because what He is about to do is bigger than you can imagine. He is preparing you for abundance, not so that you can hoard it, but so you can become a vessel of blessing. He is calling you into overflow so that people will look at your life and see the faithfulness of God written all over it. The increase is not just about money, it's about influence, it's about impact, it's about kingdom expansion. And God has chosen you to carry it forward. He is entrusting you with a testimony so powerful that it will shift atmospheres everywhere you go. Comment 222 if you trust that God is positioning you for divine increase right now. There are some seasons that are meant to stretch your faith and others that are meant to reward your faithfulness. You have stepped into the latter. You are in the divine payback season. This is where God restores what was stolen. This is where He vindicates you in front of those who misjudged you. This is where the tears you cried in silence are turned into joy that cannot be silenced. You are stepping into fullness, into favor, into the kind of blessing that cannot be reversed or blocked or delayed. God is not a God of small things. He is the God who parts seas, who moves mountains, who raises the dead, who multiplies 5 loaves into enough to feed thousands. He is not intimidated by numbers. He is not limited by accounts or systems or reports. He is not bound by what is in your hands. He is moved by what is in your heart, and your heart has remained in Him even when it was breaking. Your spirit has held on, even when it was weary. That is why the increase is coming. That is why this release is yours. You need to understand that the red alert is a sign of divine urgency. It is God's way of saying, pay attention. Don't get distracted. Don't delay. Don't let fear talk you out of what faith has brought you into. This moment requires your full attention, your full surrender, your complete belief. Because the manifestation is tied to your response. God has already said yes. Now He is waiting for you to move like you believe it. You are being called out of survival mode. You are being pulled out of barely enough. You are being lifted into more than enough, into abundance that reflects the heart of your Heavenly Father, into provision that flows not just for a day, but for generations. Because what God is doing in you will bless your children. It will bless your house. It will bless the lives connected to your obedience. This is not a selfish blessing. It is a generational blessing. And still, God is not done. He is still unfolding the layers of this word deep into your spirit, because He knows you need healing, not just hope. He knows you need stability, not just a sudden blessing. So He is working both in you and around you. He is building your character to hold what He is giving you. He is sealing your identity as His child so that the wealth never becomes your worth. You are not just getting money. You are receiving wisdom. You are receiving favor. You are receiving peace that protects your mind in every season. Comment 333 to declare your faith in God's promise of supernatural overflow. What's really behind the 7-second brain trick exploding online? A leaked CIA ritual is turning heads and bank balances. Backed by neuroscience labs, This at-home method removes money blocks and unlocks unstoppable wealth flow. But the page could vanish any time. Click the link in the first comment before it's permanently deleted. What used to scare you will no longer intimidate you. What used to block you will no longer delay you. What used to feel impossible will begin to unfold before your eyes, because God is with you. And if He is for you, nothing can stand against you. He is shifting everything in your favor. He is opening doors no one can shut. He is aligning the right people, the right opportunities, the right timing for your next step. Every rejection was protection. Every closed door was preparation. Every delay was divine setup. And now the release is here. Now the reward is arriving. You are not late. You are not forgotten. You are right on schedule with the plan of heaven. And this plan includes your bank account overflowing. It includes your household being blessed. It includes your heart being healed. It includes your purpose being fulfilled. Do not let fear speak louder than your faith. Do not let logic cancel what heaven has confirmed. You are too close now. This is not the time to doubt. This is the moment to receive, to believe. To lift your head and open your spirit and say, God, I receive it. I receive the 970 million blessing, not just in my bank, but in my life. I receive the increase, the favor, the breakthrough, the supernatural help. I receive what you have been preparing for me all along. When heaven declares your red alert has arrived, it is not a warning to fear, but a divine wake-up call to open your heart and expect what you have never seen before. It is God's way of saying that the delay has expired, the silence is over, and the breakthrough is already in motion. The chains that held your progress, the weight that crushed your joy, the financial drought that kept you stuck in survival mode, all of it is being broken right now by the mighty hand of God. There is no enemy strong enough, no voice loud enough, no system rigid enough to block what God is releasing over you. The increase is not just about your bank account, it's about your destiny. It's about stepping fully into the identity God has been shaping within you for years in the shadows of hardship. You did not go unnoticed. Every act of kindness, every sacrifice, every quiet moment of prayer when no one was watching, every seed of faith you planted when you had nothing left, all of it has come up before God. He has seen your faithfulness. He has witnessed your endurance. And now He is rewarding you in a way that no man could manufacture, no system could explain, and no enemy could steal. Comment 555 if you feel the presence of God confirming this word to you now. The increase is not a random event. It is a divine transaction between heaven and earth. God is transferring provision into your life that is marked by His favor, His authority, and His divine purpose. This is wealth that flows with peace, that brings rest to your soul, that sets you free to walk in your assignment without fear. You were never meant to live stuck, stressed, and bound by lack. God's children are called to reflect His glory, and His glory is never tied to scarcity. His glory is seen in the overflow of grace, provision, and peace. You've been walking through seasons where it felt like you had to fight for every little thing. Nothing came easy. Everything felt delayed. But that season is ending now. Because when the red alert sounds, that means the appointed moment has arrived. This isn't a slow process. This is divine acceleration. What was locked is now being loosed. What was dry is now being watered. What was delayed is now being delivered. You are not the same person who entered the trial. You are stronger, wiser, more sensitive to God's voice, more rooted in His promises. And that transformation was necessary because the blessing coming to you now requires depth. It requires maturity. It requires discernment. God never intended to just bless you financially without also preparing you spiritually. because the true wealth you're about to carry is not in the number, but in the anointing that comes with it. Your red alert means your name has been highlighted in heaven. It means the conversation about you has reached a final decision. God has said yes, and his yes is louder than every no you have ever heard. His yes is more powerful than every door that was slammed in your face. His yes carries authority, and when he says it is your time, nothing can stop it. Comment 1212 if you know this word is aligning with what God has already been whispering to your heart. There is a reason why you are hearing this now. God's timing is never late. You have been fighting battles in silence, smiling through pain, believing even when you had no sign of hope. That is why this reward is so specific. That is why this moment feels different. Because it is different. You are stepping into the fulfillment of promises made long ago, promises that felt distant, words that felt forgotten. But God never forgets. He watches over his word to perform it. And you are standing at the edge of performance now. Do not let doubt steal this from you. Do not talk yourself out of it. Do not water it down. Let your faith rise to the level of God's promise. Let your spirit come into agreement with what he has spoken. He is not teasing you. He is not tempting you with false hope. He is revealing the next chapter that is already written with your name on it. The bank account increasing is simply one part of a bigger move. God is bringing structure to your future. He is building a stable foundation that will not shake when the storms come. This is why the waiting was necessary. He wasn't withholding from you. He was preparing the environment around you so that the blessing would land in safety, not chaos. He was removing people who couldn't go where you're going. He was cutting ties with places that would drain your purpose. Now you are being surrounded by what will protect your calling. You are not stepping into money alone. You are stepping into alignment. You are stepping into divine peace, into confirmation, into answers that have been held up behind the veil of spiritual warfare. That veil has now been torn. What was hidden is being revealed. What was blocked is being released. The heavens are open over your life, and God is pouring out more than you have room to receive. Comment 777 if you believe the heavens are open over your life right now. The secret ritual they never wanted public is finally out. A 7-second brain technique backed by leaked CIA data and 4 neuroscience labs is helping families erase debt and attract money on autopilot. But this miracle won't stay public long. Click the link in the description and comments now before it's gone forever. There will be evidence. God does not speak without manifesting his word. You are going to see it in the next weeks. Unusual favor, unexplainable shifts, open doors, debt cancellation, unexpected deposits, miracles that leave you speechless. And when they come, you will remember this word. You will know that it was real, that God meant every word, that the red alert was a sign not to panic, but to prepare. Prepare your heart, prepare your home, prepare your mind. Start living like someone who is expecting good news. Stop rehearsing the past. Stop mourning what you lost. Stop entertaining what God already removed. Step fully into what is ahead. Lift your head, speak faith, move forward. Because this time, you are not going to be disappointed. This time, the door will stay open. This time, the provision will last. This time, the overflow is permanent. The number 970 million will not just be a number to you, it will be a reminder. A personal mark of what God did for you when it looked like nothing was going to change. A symbol of the size of the blessing God trusted you with. A memorial of God's faithfulness, his love, and his perfect timing. You are not forgotten. You are not too late. You are not disqualified. You are chosen. You are covered. You are prepared. and you are walking straight into the greatest release of your life. This red alert from heaven is not a scare, it is a signal, a divine confirmation that what was spoken over your life in secret is about to be revealed in public. And when God reveals, He doesn't reveal partially or carelessly, He reveals in fullness. He blesses without sorrow. He releases in a way that leaves no doubt that it came from Him. You have waited long enough. You have cried long enough. You have wrestled with questions, disappointments, and the burden of delay for so long that you started wondering if the promise was even still yours. But the promise was never revoked. The blessing was never cancelled. God was simply working behind the scenes, setting every piece in place, because what He is giving you is too big to be rushed. It had to be perfected before it could be released. And now, the perfection is complete. The release is ready. Heaven has sounded your red alert because this is your moment to rise. This is your moment to walk boldly into everything you thought you had lost. This is where the years of quiet labor turn into sudden harvest. You are about to step into an abundance that doesn't just replenish but overflows. An abundance that silences every voice that said you missed your chance. Comment 999 if you believe your sudden harvest is already in motion. The 970 million that God is speaking over you is not a fantasy. It's not an exaggeration. It is a prophetic glimpse into the magnitude of favor and increase that has been assigned to your name. The amount may seem too high, too unreachable, but that's only because your past conditioned you to believe that big things weren't for you, that overflow was only for others. But God is breaking that lie. He is showing you that He is not limited by what you've been through. He is not restricted by the size of your bank account, the limits of your education, or the smallness of your surroundings. God is not only able, He is willing. He delights in blessing His children, and when He blesses, He does it in a way that leaves a trail of glory back to Him. What you are about to receive will not only lift you, it will lift others. It will create jobs, fund missions, feed the hungry, restore broken families, and inspire weary hearts to believe again. Because your story will be proof that God still answers prayers, still works miracles, still rewards faithfulness. This increase is not about greed, it is about purpose. And you are stepping into a purpose so divine, so heavy with glory, that your entire life will have to expand to carry it. That is why God has waited. He didn't want you to receive something you weren't prepared to handle, but now you are ready. Now your spirit is aligned. Now your heart is healed enough to carry what He is about to place in your hands. This financial miracle is tied to something deeper. It is tied to your assignment. Your life was never random. You were never forgotten. You were born to carry something sacred. And because the cost was high, the reward had to be greater. God is a just God. He never overlooks sacrifice. He never dismisses obedience. And even when people did not see your effort, God saw everything. He counted every act of faith. He measured every seed you sowed in lack, and He has not forgotten a single one. Comment 1010 if you know God is rewarding every act of hidden faith you have ever made. This next season of your life will not be a continuation of the past. It will not be a repeat of old patterns. God is making all things new. He is rewriting your story in a way that no one expected, not even you. There will be blessings that come out of nowhere, opportunities that show up without explanation. Open doors that don't make sense to others but were designed perfectly for you. You won't have to chase what God is sending. It will find you. It will come to your doorstep. It will be undeniable, unshakable, unexplainable, and unstoppable. And still your heart must stay tender before Him. This is not the time to grow cold or distracted. This is the time to stay rooted, to stay grateful, to stay in alignment with His voice. because what he is giving you is not just for comfort, it is for calling. This increase is not just to bless you, it is to position you. You are stepping into a level of influence that will carry spiritual weight. People will look to you for wisdom, for clarity, for leadership. And you will be ready, because God has already equipped you through the trials you have survived. Is this leaked CIA ritual the missing key to your financial breakthrough? A once hidden brain ritual is spreading fast. This strange 7-second method, confirmed by elite neuroscience labs, activates your brain's wealth magnet. The government may shut this down. If you're seeing this, you are God's chosen child. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted. The 970 million is just the beginning. It's not the final goal. It's the starting point. God is using it as a symbol of overflow, of fullness, of more than enough. But beyond the number, he is releasing stability. He is releasing peace. He is releasing freedom. You will not just be wealthy, you will be whole. You will be strong in your identity. You will be secure in your calling. You will no longer live under the shadow of fear or lack. You will walk boldly, speak clearly, and live abundantly. Comment 1515 if you receive the blessing of stability, peace, and freedom over your life today. God has seen every place where you were stretched thin, every moment you were left out, misunderstood, or overlooked, and now he is bringing you to the front of the line. Not because you forced your way, but because you waited. Because you stayed faithful. Because you did not let bitterness take root. The blessing will be public, but your posture must remain humble. Stay low, even when God lifts you high. Stay surrendered, even when the overflow starts pouring in. Because the secret to sustaining this increase is staying connected to the source. You are not walking into luck, you are walking into legacy. What begins with you will continue through generations. Your children will walk in what you fought for. Your grandchildren will be blessed by the prayers you cried. You are shifting the entire story of your bloodline. And God is proud of you. He is covering you. He is protecting what is being released. No weapon formed against this move will prosper. No voice raised against you will stand. God's hand is on this, and nothing will be able to reverse what he has spoken. There are angels assigned to deliver what belongs to you. There are doors opening even now. There are miracles making their way into your life faster than you can imagine. Do not be surprised when it starts. Do not be shocked when the deposits come, when the emails arrive, when the phone calls shift everything. You will know that it was God. You will remember this moment, and you will carry this word with you as a reminder that he always finishes what he starts. The angels have received their final orders, and what God has spoken over you is now crossing the threshold from promise into reality. The delay is over. The waiting is ending. The red alert is your divine signal that everything is about to align with what God whispered to your heart in the silence of the night. This is not just a season of increase. It is a season of divine reversal. Where there was lack, there will be abundance. Where there was sorrow, there will be laughter. Where there was mourning, there will be dancing. And this is not just emotional comfort, this is literal change, tangible miracles, financial increase, spiritual authority. Every part of your life is being repositioned because God has chosen this time, this moment, to restore what the enemy tried to permanently take. You were never forgotten. God did not pass you by. He has not overlooked your situation. And though it felt like your prayers went unanswered, he was storing them. Every cry, every whisper, every moment of quiet hope, he was gathering them like seeds. And now the rain is falling. Now the harvest is beginning. You are standing under an open heaven, and what's being poured into your life now will overflow into places you didn't even know were dry. Comment 1717 if you believe this is your moment of divine reversal. You are not the same person who began the journey. God has used every delay to develop you. Every struggle refined you. Every battle trained your hands for what is coming. The increase you are about to receive requires a strong spirit and a clear mind, and that is exactly what God has been shaping in you all along. You are ready. Even if your emotions feel tired, even if you still feel unsure, your spirit has been trained by the hand of God Himself, and that is why He can now trust you with more. When God says your bank account is about to increase, it is not limited to a number, though it will absolutely be financial. But beyond the digits and deposits, He is shifting your entire reality. He is upgrading your environment. He is cleansing your circle. He is positioning your name in rooms where decisions are being made. You may not even know it yet, but conversations about your future are already happening behind closed doors. God is moving on your behalf in places you have never been. This is not a moment for small faith. This is a time for radical belief. Because the 970 million blessing is not about greed, it is about the size of your calling. It is about the reach of your destiny. You were never called to live small, think small, or dream small. Your life was designed to make waves in the kingdom of God. You are meant to feed nations, fund movements, restore cities, rescue the broken, and carry the glory of God with purity and power. And for that, God is sending provision that matches the size of the vision. You are not stepping into riches just to say you are blessed. You are stepping into kingdom responsibility. You are being called into a life that reflects heaven's abundance, heaven's generosity, and heaven's peace. Because while the world is panicking, you will be planted. While systems are shaking, you will be standing. And those around you will see the hand of God upon you and come running to the source of your strength. Comment, Amen, if you are ready to walk boldly into your kingdom responsibility. There are things that used to intimidate you that will now bow before the authority God is placing on your life. You will walk into meetings with a peace that surpasses understanding. You will make decisions with divine clarity. You will speak, and doors will open. Because this is not your strength. This is not your own wisdom. This is the power of God flowing through a surrendered vessel. And you, beloved, have been chosen for such a time as this. What if 7 seconds is all it takes to flip your financial fate? A shocking CIA leak just exposed a hidden brain ritual, helping ordinary people erase debt and pull in massive wealth. Backed by 4 neuroscience labs, this at-home method is turning struggle into luxury fast. But this page could be erased any moment. Click the link in the first comment now before it's gone forever. You are walking into the fulfillment of prophecies spoken over you long ago, words that were nearly forgotten, visions that once burned in your heart but faded as life grew heavy. God has not forgotten them. He is resurrecting them, breathing life into them. He is reviving dreams that you thought had expired. He is restoring joy that you thought was lost for good. And He is bringing it all together in one divine move that will leave you in awe of His perfect timing. What you need to know now is this: do not look back. Do not let the past speak louder than the promise. What happened behind you is not greater than what is ahead. Every loss is being turned into gain. Every betrayal is being turned into protection. Every unanswered prayer is being turned into a fulfilled promise that is better than what you asked for. You will look back and realize, God never said no. He was only saying, wait, I'm doing something better. Comment 1111 if you believe God is doing something better than you ever asked. You are not stepping into this alone. God is walking with you. His Spirit is going before you. His favor is surrounding you. His angels are guarding you. There is nothing the enemy can do to stop what has already been commanded by the throne of heaven. The command has gone forth. The release has been issued. Your name has been written in the book of fulfilled promises. And what God has blessed, no man can curse. You will feel it in your bones. You will see it with your eyes. You will touch it with your hands. This is not a spiritual metaphor. This is a physical manifestation. Money will come. Opportunities will come. Property, land, inheritance, contracts, open doors, all of it will begin to line up in ways that make no natural sense, because your blessing is supernatural. It comes from the one who owns the cattle on 1,000 hills. It comes from the one who opens doors no man can shut. This is why you must keep listening, because what's coming next is even deeper, even more personal, even more healing. You will understand not just what God is doing, but why He allowed certain things to break before He built this blessing. You will see the divine strategy behind the silence, the beauty hidden in the waiting, and your heart will be made whole. The release was never denied, only delayed, and only so that you would be able to carry the weight of the blessing and not be crushed by it. This is why the red alert was issued from the throne. It was not to alarm you, but to awaken you, not to frighten you, but to position you. God is saying your red alert has arrived because the season of not enough is over. The season of barely scraping by, counting pennies, praying with an anxious heart every time a bill showed up, that season is finished. The financial drought has broken. The spiritual heaviness is lifting. What you are walking into now will not only refresh you, it will restore everything the enemy touched. Everything that was stripped away, from your finances to your confidence, from your peace to your sleep, is coming back with divine interest. The increase that God is releasing is a reflection of His heart toward you. He is not just the God of enough, He is the God of overflow. He did not just promise you daily bread. He promised pressed down, shaken together, and running over. The 970 million is not just a prophecy about money, it is a sign of magnitude. A sign that God is ready to do exceedingly, abundantly above all that you have asked, imagined, or even dared to hope. Comment 222 if you trust that your drought is ending and your overflow is beginning now. There is a divine atmosphere being created around you even as you receive this. Heaven is reordering events in your favor. The Spirit of God is stirring conversations with people in authority, aligning timing, shifting paperwork, unlocking resources, and moving the right people into place. You will not have to manipulate anything. You will not have to push open doors that are meant to swing wide on their own. Because when God issues a red alert over your life, everything that has been resisting your breakthrough begins to bow. This is not a motivational speech. This is not a feel-good message. This is the voice of heaven calling you up from the pit you thought would become permanent. That pit of exhaustion, of fear, of survival, of thinking you have to earn your place in God's heart. He is removing the burden you've been carrying too long, and He is replacing it with peace that settles you from the inside out. This is where fear loses its grip. This is where shame no longer has a voice. The numbers that once haunted your bank account, debt, insufficient funds, overdraft notices, are being rewritten by the hand of God. There is divine movement in your finances. Divine order is being established. You will not be trapped in cycles anymore. You will not go from one emergency to the next. God is giving you structure, wisdom, and strategy. But more than anything, He is giving you provision that comes with peace. Comment 777 if you believe the old financial cycles are broken in Jesus' name. The hand of the Lord is resting on your shoulders in this moment, not because you earned it, but because you belong to Him. You are His child. And a good father does not leave his child struggling when it is within his power to change their situation. You were never created to suffer endlessly. You were not born to be overlooked, forgotten, or stuck. You were born to walk with God, to carry His presence, and to reflect His goodness in a world that desperately needs hope. There are assignments waiting on the other side of this breakthrough. God is funding your next step, not just for your comfort, but for your calling. He is placing wealth into your hands so you can break generational curses, free others through generosity, build what others were too afraid to begin, and reach hearts that would never enter a church, but will see the love of God through your obedience. People are asking why money is suddenly flowing into random lives. A leaked CIA discovery reveals a 7-second brain ritual that quietly rewires your mind for wealth. Proven by 4 neuroscience labs, people are wiping out debt and stepping into luxury with ease. If you're seeing this, you're very lucky. Click the link in the description and comments before it disappears. You are not being elevated for vanity, but for visibility, so the world can see what it looks like when heaven touches earth through one surrendered life. When you walk into a room, the atmosphere will change not because of your status, but because of the Spirit of God upon you. This increase is not an endpoint, it's a launching pad into deeper waters. God is inviting you to dream again, to believe again, to expect miracles, not just sometimes, but daily. Because once He opens the windows of heaven, there will be a consistent outpouring, not a one-time gift. You will live in a rhythm of grace, a flow of favor, a current of peace that nothing around you can take away. Comment 333 if you receive the rhythm of grace that God is releasing into your life right now. There will be testimonies from your life that make people stop in their tracks, not out of envy, but out of wonder. Not because of what you had, but because of what you overcame. They will look at you and see the fingerprints of God on everything you touch. They will hear your story and feel hope rise in their own hearts. Because what God is doing for you, He wants to do through you. And you will no longer feel guilty for the blessings. You will no longer shrink to make others comfortable. You will no longer pretend to be less favored than you are. Because now you understand that your abundance is a message. Your provision is a signpost. Your overflow is proof that God still does miracles, still answers prayers, still lifts the lowly and crowns them with honor. This moment is holy, because heaven is opening a new chapter over you. The chapter called restoration, the chapter called recompense, the chapter called reward. You have graduated from striving into receiving, from barely getting by to walking in divine surplus. The pressure is lifting, the striving is ending, the Spirit is flowing. Your faith brought you here. Your faith kept you here. And now, your faith is carrying you into rooms you didn't ask for, into levels you didn't plan for, into answers you forgot you even prayed for. The windows of heaven are open. The angels are released. The red alert has been fulfilled. It is no longer a warning, it is an announcement. His presence covered you even when your feelings couldn't sense Him. His mercy surrounded you even when you didn't have the strength to pray. And now the season has changed. Now the atmosphere has shifted. Now the heavens have opened, and the red alert from God has announced your breakthrough has entered the earth. This is not just a season of more, it is a season of fulfillment. You are walking into the manifestation of promises that were kept safe in God's heart just for you. You were not being denied, you were being preserved. The delay was not punishment, it was protection. Because what is being released into your life now is sacred, it is holy, and it needed the right moment, the right maturity, and the right alignment before it could be poured out without measure. The increase you are stepping into will reach areas of your life that you forgot were broken. Not just your bank account, but your inner confidence. Not just your financial life, but your emotional peace. God is going into every place where lack was hiding and filling it with supernatural provision. He is restoring the years you spent feeling behind. He is returning what was taken while you were still learning how to fight back. This is not just an upgrade. This is a reversal, and it is happening now. Comment 555 if you believe God is filling every empty place in your life today. The prophetic number spoken over you, 970 million, is not just about wealth. It's about a window. A divine invitation to see how far God can take someone who simply refuses to stop believing. You may not have seen the fruit yet, but your roots were growing in silence. And now, you are about to bloom so quickly that even those who forgot your name will see God's hand all over you. Because this is a miracle that cannot be hidden, a testimony that cannot be silenced. God is going to honor the private pain that no one else could see. The nights where you gave generously when you had so little. The times you smiled for others while carrying burdens they never knew about. The moments you pushed through life while praying in your heart for strength just to keep going. Heaven saw it all, and heaven rewards it all. You will no longer live reacting to problems. You will begin living from a place of divine positioning. You will stop bracing for bad news and begin expecting good news, because when heaven speaks increase, it does not suggest, it commands. What has been locked is unlocking. What was stuck is shifting. What felt impossible is now inevitable. Comment 1212 if you receive this divine positioning over your life. God is not just sending resources, He is sending restoration. There are relationships that will be healed, there are doors that will open again, but this time they will open with honor. There are gifts inside you that are being awakened by this season of overflow. You are about to create, build, speak, write, lead, and live in a way you never thought possible. Because God is not only blessing your life, He is breathing on your purpose. This outpouring will not crush you. It will complete you. It will not stress you. It will stretch you in joy, in peace, in strength. The blessing is not coming with pressure, it is coming with grace. You will not have to lose yourself to gain this. In fact, you will finally meet the version of you that God always intended you to become. The red alert was never meant to scare you. It was meant to wake up your faith, to stir your soul, to realign your vision with the reality of heaven. You are not called to live by what you see in the natural. You are called to live by what God has said. And what He said is that you are chosen, favored, protected, and provided for. You are not too late. You are right on time. You are not disqualified. You are qualified by grace. Why is everyone rushing to this 7-second brain ritual? Leaked CIA files exposed a hidden brainwave technique that opens the door to wealth fast. Verified by 4 top neuroscience labs, it's turning financial stress into abundance almost overnight. But this secret won't stay public for long. Click the link in the pinned comments before it's deleted forever. There will be moments soon when the reality of this word will begin to show itself. An unexpected opportunity, a check that arrives without warning, a conversation that opens a door. A yes where there used to be a no. These are not coincidences, they are confirmations, evidence that God is making good on His word, that the shift you have waited for is not coming, it has come. Comment 1010 if you believe this is your moment of divine evidence and undeniable favor. You may have felt invisible, But God has never lost sight of you. He has watched over you with the eyes of a father. He has collected every tear and counted every step. And now He is moving swiftly and fully in your favor. You are not being skipped over. You are being lifted up. You are not being passed by. You are being placed right where you were meant to be all along. This increase is more than provision. It is a sign of God's covenant with you, a reminder that He finishes what He starts, that His word never returns void, that even when you forget the promise, He does not. And when it's time, when it's truly time, nothing can stop Him from pouring out the blessing in its fullness. Let your spirit rest now. Let the worry fall away. You don't need to beg for what is already yours. You don't need to strive for what heaven has already released. Your only job now is to receive, to stay open, to stay thankful, to stay aligned with the presence of God, because He is doing more than you asked, more than you imagined, more than you thought was still possible. And it's not the end. There is more. There is always more with God. He is a well that never runs dry, a river that never stops flowing, a giver who never runs out. And He is pouring Himself into your life now in ways that will carry you for years to come. That feeling you cannot explain, that stirring in your chest, that sudden awareness that something is shifting, it is not your imagination, it is not a coincidence. It is the Spirit of God bearing witness that your red alert is not a warning of danger, but a divine signal that release, recovery, and riches are being delivered into your hands. You have endured in silence while others doubted you. You have remained faithful even when everything around you seemed to fall apart. And now, God is responding not slowly, not partially, but completely. When He said your bank account is about to increase, He meant that everything connected to your life is about to rise to a new level. This is not a surface-level blessing. It's a foundational breakthrough. It's the kind of divine move that shifts not only your current condition, but rewrites your entire future. The number 970 million was never given to impress you. It was given to awaken you, to stretch your faith, to break the small mindset that years of struggle tried to plant in your heart. It is not about the digits, it is about the destiny. That number symbolizes an overflow so complete, so supernatural, that it cancels every generational curse of lack, limitation, and loss. God is not just giving you more, He is giving you freedom. The kind of freedom that cannot be bought, only bestowed. Comment Amen if you believe God is releasing that kind of freedom into your life. You are stepping into a season where things will begin to align without your effort. Doors will open without you knocking. People will bless you without knowing why. Answers will appear without confusion. Because this is not a reward for your perfection. It is the result of your perseverance. God is honoring your decision to keep trusting Him when you had every reason to quit. Heaven has always had you on the radar. The silence was not absence. It was strategy. God was not ignoring you. He was protecting the blessing until the moment you could handle it with joy, not fear. Until you were strong enough to carry the weight without it crushing your peace. Until your character was refined enough to protect what was coming. And now, that moment has arrived. The red alert is heaven's way of waking you up to what is already in motion. The transaction has already been authorized in the Spirit. The funds, the favor, the healing, the restoration, it's all in delivery mode. And your only assignment right now is to remain available, open, and full of faith. Comment 1111 if you believe the release is already in motion and headed toward you now. There is no force strong enough to block what God has prepared for you. No mistake you've made is powerful enough to disqualify you from His grace. No delay you've experienced has the authority to override His promise. What God has for you is for you. It is sealed. It is spoken. And it is secure. God is sending you into this new season not empty, but equipped. You will carry wisdom that can only come from surviving what tried to destroy you. You will carry discernment that keeps you protected from every counterfeit blessing. You will carry favor that cannot be explained, but will be undeniable. You will walk into rooms that were once shut to you, and they will open not because of who you know, but because of whose you are. You are not just about to receive, you are about to reign. You will reign in peace, in provision, in purpose, not in arrogance, but in authority. Because the Spirit of God rests on those who are humble in heart, but bold in faith. You were made for this. Every scar on your heart, every tear on your pillow, every moment where you felt forgotten was preparation for what you are walking into now. Is this the same CIA brain ritual, changing lives in seconds? A new leak reveals a powerful 7-second technique developed under secret research. Backed by neuroscience, people are moving from debt to wealth and luxury faster than believed possible. But this secret may be deleted soon. Click the link in the comments before it disappears. And it will be fast. The shift will be sudden. The doors will open quickly. There will be no long explanations. No need to beg. No need to prove yourself. Because when God releases a red alert, it bypasses systems. It overrides natural order. It brings sudden favor, sudden increase, sudden restoration, and you will know without question that it was God and only God. Comment 999 if you're ready for sudden, supernatural, undeniable favor. This increase will not only elevate your life, it will change the lives around you. You will give freely, bless others openly, support people generously, and you will never feel drained doing so. Because your source is not limited, your source is God, and when He begins to pour, He never runs dry. People will look at you and wonder how you went from lack to overflow, how you went from being overlooked to being sought after, how you went from weary to walking in joy. And you will point them back to God, not with your words alone, but with your life. You will become a living testimony, a walking display of God's goodness and glory, and you won't have to strive. The anxiety of survival is being replaced with the peace of divine stability. The panic over bills is being replaced with the rest of having more than enough. The fear of running out is being broken forever, because what God is giving you is not temporary, it's not seasonal, it's a shift into permanent provision. God is not only changing your status, He is changing your story. You are not the same person who started this journey. And this next chapter will prove that the fire didn't burn you, it refined you. That the storm didn't drown you, it trained you. That the pressure didn't destroy you, it positioned you. Comment 1010 if you're ready for the kind of story that only God could write. This is your time to stop looking back. Stop measuring your future by your failures. Stop doubting what God already declared. This is the season where you speak it before you see it, where you praise before it arrives, where you walk in the posture of someone who already holds the promise. Let your spirit rise. Let your heart breathe again. Let your mind release every false belief that said this would never happen for you. Because the truth is, it's already happening. It's already shifting. And God is already moving. You have cried in secret, labored in silence, and stood still while life pressed you from every side. But you never gave up. You never abandoned your faith. And now, God is honoring your perseverance. He is pouring out what you didn't even know how to ask for. When He says your bank account is about to increase, He's not just talking about numbers, He's talking about the lifting of burdens, the ending of cycles, and the beginning of supernatural flow. This increase is heaven's way of restoring balance to everything that once leaned too far toward lack, loss, and disappointment. Comment 333, if you declare your heart is ready for balance, blessing, and breakthrough. What you're stepping into is not man-made. It's not earned through hustle or luck. It is heaven-authored, spirit-driven, and sealed by the blood of Jesus. You will not have to beg for what's coming. You will not have to manipulate, compete, or perform. The door that God opens will remain open. The oil He pours will not run dry. The territory He gives you will not be taken away. This is not a fragile blessing, it is a fortified one, built on a foundation that cannot be shaken. The number 970 million continues to echo in your spirit because God is using it to crush every mental limit, every internal ceiling, every belief that whispered to you that maybe you're not meant for more. You are. You always were. This number is not about impressing people. It's about confronting the spiritual inheritance you didn't know you had access to. You are an heir to the promises of God. You are a child of divine wealth. You are covered by the God who owns everything, and what He gives without sorrow, without shame, and without strings. You are not late to your destiny. You are arriving right on time. All the delay was preparation. All the struggle was strengthening. All the confusion was cleansing. And now you are walking in the clarity that can only come when heaven aligns with earth.